This is the Tallahassee Business Podcast, brought to you by the Tallahassee Chamber of Commerce. Before we begin, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Event Owl, who's helping clients across the nation elevate virtual, hybrid, and live events. Learn more at eventowl.com. Thanks for joining us and enjoy this episode of the Tallahassee Business Podcast.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Sue Dick, and I'm President and CEO of the Greater Tallahassee Chamber of Commerce. Very excited today. We have Jim McShane with us, and he is, I would like to say, kind of the lead guru in CareerSource and workforce. He is with the CareerSource Capital Region. And Jim, it's great to have you. Thanks for being with us.
Oh, thank you, Sue. We're happy to be with you. You're a good partner with us in a whole lot of different ways.
Well, you know, it seems like partner. I know we were talking offline, and it seems like our offices talk every day of every week. And, you know, this is obviously a unique time around the country and locally in our region. First of all, let's pause a moment. Maybe explain to our listeners CareerSource Capital Region and what you do and the areas that you cover.
Sure. So we are the local workforce investment board, which was put up by Congress and funded by federal dollars. Our goal is to serve Gadsden, Wakulla, and Leon counties in finding the talent that our business community is looking for. So our services include when someone comes to us looking for a job, we can help them with resume writing. We can help them with the job getting them set up for a job, how to dress properly, all the different things that go into making sure that you are ready to go in front of that person and do the best you can to get that job. So our staff is very competent and capable in helping out. We're open and have been open since June of last year. We are on basically an appointment only situation to keep our staff safe. But our career centers in all three counties are starting to see more traffic, which is a good thing. We're happy about that because our business community is crying out for more talent and to be able to fill their jobs. And we're down to 5.2% unemployment right now. And it's going to start dropping even more, I would say. So it's a good thing. We're going to be able to help our businesses move forward.
Well, Jim, you have been in our community for close to 8 years doing a incredible job, and you said it best. You have a phenomenal team there that I've seen them firsthand working with individuals looking for a job or those that were looking to make a change in their career path, and you bring forward a lot of resources and tools for them. You know, we were talking, you know, those companies, businesses that are hiring right now. I was intrigued by some of the job fairs that you have participated in, and if you can maybe touch on that, what you're seeing out there and the fact that people are hiring.
Yep. The businesses are really looking for the talent today and trying to fill that talent hole. So we have a platform, a virtual platform that businesses are using. TMH and Sedesco have been actually having a hiring fair almost every month with us, hiring anywhere from 11 to 20 people at one time. It's excellent. We're really happy with how that's going. St. Mark's Powder is also hiring at this point, and our Wakulla office is busy doing the pre-testing that businesses require. So we will basically test people and do an assessment in order to help our businesses know that what we're going to send you, if it's coming from our offices, that it's somebody that can qualify for the job you posted. And that's probably the big difference from people that are maybe unemployed and just sending out resumes to everybody and their brother. We're trying to make sure that what we're helping you with is somebody that actually could fit that job and be able to take that job if you make the offer.
Well, and Jim, I know you're working, one of our priority areas this year under Jay Smith's leadership as our chairman is to really focus on talent, workforce, and education. And I know that you are partnering with our team on that. Talent Hub 2030 was launched this year, and we're working in coordination with you. That's so important for our area, but you are also helpful in trying to coordinate that really with integrating it into Employ Florida. From your perspective, what's the value or how do you see Talent Hub really helping in our community?
Well, I know I had discussions, I think with you and with the mayors, the past couple of mayors. It'd be nice to have something here localized, and that's what Talent Hub is. And so I'm really pleased to be able to support it. I happened to know about it about a year and a half ago when the person that actually developed the platform came to me and wanted to become statewide, which I certainly encouraged. Talent Hub has a lot of benefits to it. And from my standpoint, I really liked it because it was a change for the better, an improvement over what we get out of Employ Florida at the time, and still so. I said it has some different features that Employ Florida doesn't have, but it is a great product. And so now the goal for me and my staff is how do we get it to integrate into Employ Florida? We're working with the Department of Economic Opportunity. They've given us the green light to move forward and discuss this and get this going with Employ Florida's ownership. And my hope is in the next few weeks, we're going to get that discussion onward. What it does for us, it means that if somebody goes into Talent Hub and applies, or a business puts their job in the Talent Hub, what they've got available, that will automatically go into our system, and we can help in recruiting, and we can go ahead and give services to anybody that's applying, that's putting their resume on Talent Hub. We can reach out to them and say, hey, we have these additional services that you can get here locally. If you want to use us, come on in and we'll work with you.
Well, we want our listeners to go visit talenthub2030.com and also tell individuals about that, whether you're an employer, there's no charge. And I think that's one thing we want to emphasize. Everything is a service into whether you're looking for a job or you're a company that's trying to recruit, or a small business is trying to fill positions. You do a tremendous job of providing a service that really is needed every day. So we want individuals to go take a look at that, talenthub2030.com. If you're a business, register yourself. If you're a job seeker, go in, take a look at the information, look at the profile, and any questions, there's also a way to get some information, additional information. I think that the underlying theme here is trying to have any and every individual wanting a job to connect with a job opportunity. I know that you've been at the table with an important initiative that Sheriff Walt McNeil is launching, 1,000 youth, an attempt to find jobs for close to 1,000 youth in our community over the next several years. I know that's very near and dear to you. What opportunities do you see with that, and why is that so important?
Well, it's really important right now. To be honest, we are having a hard time finding the youth that qualify under our program, which is out of school and do not have a job, and maybe a barrier to employment. And so these are the kind of individuals that what the sheriff's whole program is going to do is actually help funnel more people to help us. But then we can funnel out those people after we've trained them on how to be ready for a job. Then we send them out to businesses, and we pay, actually, if they qualify, we pay for 300 up to 320 hours of their pay. So the business doesn't have to pay anything. They can try the person out. The person can try that job out. And if the two of them work really well, then the hope is at the end they get hired. And probably about 80% of the time, the person gets hired.
Well, Jim, you've been very visionary, and you've actually created the Workforce Alliance. Tell us a little bit about what that is and why it's so important.
Sure. So when I got here 8 years ago almost, what I found is, as I looked at the labor shed, and for those of you who don't know what that is, that's looking at how many people come into Tallahassee from where they're coming from, what counties, and how many go out of the counties from Tallahassee. And I started to see a whole lot of folks travel across that state line every day. I saw a lot of our folks crossing the state line going to Bainbridge and to Thomasville. And so I started having discussions. It's kind of funny because I've been on a state line, close to a state line all my life. I lived on State Line Road in Indiana. So I'm used to crossing that line. So I crossed the line and asked my partners that do the same work over in Georgia if they would like to work together. And I talked to my partner over in Madison, and all four of us said, yes, it's time for us to start meeting and see what we can do together. Well, it has since grown to include Jacksonville and Savannah, and it's also including now Alabama and Chipola. So we're excited because as a group, what we have set up is basically a way for us to learn from each other, to be a best practice kind of group, to share what we're doing with our business community, to look for opportunities, especially with a lot of businesses are also located in multiple locations across state lines, across county lines. And so it really helps if we're able to put an activity together with our limited staff to be able to call on one person if they're doing their hiring, say for 5 or 6 different places that they own, to have one person call on them on behalf of us all and be able to help them in all those different areas at one time. So I think the goal is really to be much more agile and to be ready to serve all our businesses in any way we can, but to recognize the fact that people will cross state lines to get a job, and it's not a problem for them when it's a job that pays them well.
Jim, you've done this. You are recognized for the work that you do. Maybe as we wrap up here, your ask or your message to the community as we continue to work through COVID, knowing that, again, the ability to connect individuals with a job really impacts not only the individual, but families of those individuals. And so, you do a lot of mentoring and coaching along the way. What's your message you want to try and give to the community with regards to plugging in and playing a role?
Well, just let them know that we're here to help anybody, and I mean anybody. We place people from entry positions at a fast food place to a president's position in a large business. We've done both. We have an executive center over at our Blairstone office, and that executive center focuses on people who are 25 years in business, or they just got out of school with their degrees and they don't know where they're going to find a job. Those are the kinds of things that we can do. We can help everybody. One of the things that our federal law did change back in 1999 actually is we were no longer just focused on hard to employ, but we're focused on anybody that needs to get employment help. We're there to help them out.
Well, Jim, and if people want to find more information, where can they find your information?
So we are on the web with CareerSourceCapitalRegion.com, and it's a long one to type out, I admit it, but that's what we have, and that will give you all the information that you need in order to get engaged with us and to help find the kind of help that we can give you.
Well, Jim, thanks so much for the important work that you do. We love working with you here at the Tallahassee Chamber of Commerce, and we've got much work to do ahead of us. So thanks so much. And thanks for your time with us.
Thank you, Sue, and I appreciate being here.
All right. Take care. Be safe.
You too. All right.